Shalom, Shalom, giving all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rokah HaKodash, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom, Shalom to the elect, is brother Nakamaya from the National Camp, come to edify the Lord's elect, Lord, when it's edifying. So, a quick lesson here, as you can see the pic. It says Iran military official. It says breaking. Venezuelan President Maduro claims Netanyahu is not an authentic Jew, but a scoundrel from Poland. Right? And as it's always mentioned in wars, truth does come out. Right? There's a yappa thing about wars. Truth does come out. Now, when Putin and the president of America, Donald Trump, or even go back to even Biden, well, you could say America, right? We see truth was coming out where he opened the vote, right? And he was showing the original depiction of the Messiah, right, and the prophets and the angels, showing that they were melanated. So we see that in war, truth come out, and we see it again here, because right now this war, this tension between Babylon the Great, America, and Venezuela, where America is, putting sanctions on Venezuela and trying to bully them for their oil, which they always do. They always go to people's land and try to take their resources and put sanctions on them, right? But in the midst of all that, this is what Maduro is bringing out on Netanyahu, which is he's claiming to be a Jew, the land of Israel, claiming to be the true people, which we know they are not the true people, and we've been saying it. We've been saying this since the apostles doing this work, and what is that, like over 40 years now. And as the scripture say, other men entered into their labor. So brothers come in whatever time they came in, and they start preaching the same thing, that we are the true Jews, we are the true Israelites, we are the people that were as the scripture prophesied, right, that supposed to be in that land. But as the scripture prophesied, that the Lord will scatter us, and that is where the true Israelite is. The true Israelite are scattered to the four corners of the earth. So we know the true Israelite will not be in the land. Alright, so some preachers to bring out, that will be the lesson. So now, as I said, the true people is not in the land. This is already prophesied that these Edomites will be in that land. Right, so it's Ezekiel 36 and verse 5. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea." Now Idumea, right, for the newcomers, we know you all already know this, right? The Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom, right? And we know the Edomites are the so-called white man, right? Esau, Edom, as the scripture says in Genesis 36, right? And 8, Esau is Edom, which Edom go back to red. Esau is that red man, but he claiming to be a white man. That's why we call him so-called white man. He's not white. We are the true white man. If you're not part title to the who are the true white man is the nation of Israel. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American and Indian. We are the true white man. White means purity. Go back to pure. We are the pure people. We are the righteous nation. The Edomites, Esau, Edom, they are the wicked spoken about in the Bible, or the devil, or the slanderer. Right? It says, "Which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey." So it was already prophesied that the Edomites will be inhabiting the Lord's land. Alright? And that is why we know these Edomites are in the land today. That is a proof that they are the Edomites. In this time and age, in this day, the Idumean is who appointed the Lord land, the Edomites. So who is in that land right now claiming to be the people, the so-called white man? So them are the Edomites. Now they have camps that teach that the Edomites is the Arabs, so-called the Muslims and them, so-called Muslims and them, which go back to Ishmael, right? Arab go back to mix, which is a mix people that be dwell in the Middle East region, but them are not the Edomites. We me, the brother Kalab, and I believe Matanaya in Europe, right? We dealt with this man who be singing all them pum pum tune. Which is named Orlando Octave, and he was saying that the Edomites is the Arabs, which is not true. The Edomites is the so-called white man. They is who appointing the Lord land into their possession. The scripture say a bastard will dwell in Ashdod. Right? It's a bastard dwelling in Ashdod. Ashdod go back to Tel Aviv or Palestine, and that's the Lord land. That's our land, the nation of Israel. Alright? So that was just to prove that. Let's go to Revelation 2 and verse 9. It says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. So we know them that saying they are Jews, but they are not. And that's them Edomites. Them Edomites is claiming to be Jews. They are imposters. Right? They claiming to be the true people. Alright? But they are not. Now the scriptures tell us when the true people go back to the land, right? Isaiah 2, they tell us what will be happening when the true people go back to the land. The word, Isaiah 2 and 1, the word that Isaiah son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, both northern and southern. Right now it only have what, if they claim to be the Jews, that's just the southern kingdom. Jews go back to Judah, Benjamin and Levi. They are the Jews, right? So where are Jerusalem? Where are the northern kingdom, or Israel, or Ephraim? Where are them? Right? That is a cut to that sharpness to know that that is a whole lie. Right? Verse 2 says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And these mountains go back in the government. Right? So the Lord mountain with the Lord house, the Israelites, will be established in the top of all these nations, all these different governments. Alright? And they shall be exalted above the hills, which will go back to the same nations, right? Government, and all nations shall flow unto it. So we know in that time these nations will be flowing unto Israel. What nation is flowing to Israel right now? Is war is happening right now. It says, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai from Jerusalem. So where is that happening in that land right now? That there people coming from near and far coming to learn of the laws in the land right now, in the land of Israel. That's not happening right now. So we know they are not the people. Let's read on. It says, and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, right, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. And right now we've seen once that war happening. Right now with Venezuela, right, America, Right now, Beijing want to join China, Russia, all these nations that are allied with Venezuela is giving them assistance. Right? There's ships right out in that coast right now. So why we having wars if they are the true people? Like something for you to think about. Right? You people are being deceived by these Edomites. The scripture say when he speaketh fair, believe him not. 7 abomination in his heart. Scripture say they are forgers of lies, physicians of no value. They are the liars. Right? And we found them to be liars. Right? The Lord open our eyes to the truth. Right? And show us that these people are not the people. These people that claim to be people, they are not people. And now, you know what's gonna happen? Right now, people gonna believe we them is not the true Jews because Maduro said. Right? All the time we've been saying it. Years now, upon years, we've been saying we are the true Jews. They are not the people. But when people like Maduro and these high people come out and say this, that is when they they follow. That is when they start saying, yeah, that is true. But the poor man was saying all the time, there's a scripture in Sirach. How that go? Poor man. If you could search up that. And the rich man speak. To the clouds. Yeah. It's Sirach 13 and verse 23 says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. And look what he said, they extol it to the clouds. This is what they're gonna do. They're gonna extol that to the clouds. But if a poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. So you see that? So the poor man is us. We've been saying that these men are they are not the true Jews. We've been saying it for the longest while. Alright? But now the rich man's saying it, and they're gonna extol it. They close Maduro said. That's the same thing they did with Putin. When Putin opened the vote and bringing out the melanation of the so-called not the so-called, of the true Israelites, true people, that they are melanated, the prophets, the Messiah, right, and the angels. They extol that to the clouds. And what we've been saying it all the time. Alright? Bear with me a sec. Yeah. Alright, I just wanted to go back on the image for you to see it, right? Breaking Venezuelan President Maduro claims Netanyahu is not an authentic Jew, but a scoundrel from Poland. Now, the Jews, they are especially if you're from Judah, they are melanated people, dark skin. Let me read that in Jeremiah 14. No, let me get it in this here. Jeremiah 14 and 2 says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is going up. So now when you go into that word black, it go back to dark skin, showing you that the Judites are melanated. Alright? See that quada mean dark skin. We get it from the what's that? Let's just here so dark colored in the strong definition. Quada or kadar, to be ashy. Example, dark colored. See that? To the Judites, they are melanated, they are dark colored. And Benjamin and Levi, they will be darker than the complexion of the northern kingdom. The scripture says that Ephraim It's a cake not turn. The Lord, the scripture also telling in Jeremiah 12 that um, the Lord people is a speckled birds. There's different shades of brown, right? A multicolored people. So these people, look at they're looking at any dark skin there. That is not dark skin. That's a Edomite. You could see his blood in his skin. He have no melanin. He have no pigmentation, and that's the curse of what? Of Cain. The Lord put a curse on Cain, and he stripped him from his melanin. And when he born as Esau in reincarnation, because reincarnation is biblical, right? When he born as Esau, he born with that curse. That curse didn't escape him. He born with the curse. Right? That is why Esau was married in among the Hamites to try to get back that melanin. Because Esau knew through reincarnation he will come back. So he tried to get back his hue, his color. In the reincarnation, his descendants will come out more melanin. Right? And but that didn't work. You are the red man. As you could just see, Esau came out red all over like a hairy garment. That is the red man fear. The Indians is called them rednecks. Redneck. Right? That's the red devil. That's why they show the devil. When they part the depiction of the devil, is a red man with a fork. That is the true red man with a fork here. Right? These Edomites. Let me read Isaiah. Isaiah 34. And verse wait with my sec here, I'm gonna find it. Yeah, verse 5 right there highlighted. Isaiah 34 and 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, as we mentioned, the Greek we are seeing Edom. So his sword is talking about those missiles, ICBM, is going to come down upon Idumea, which is his capital land in America. And upon the people of my curse, the judgment, the people of his curse. These people are the cursed people. Their whole nation is that people that came out red, no melanin. That's why when they go in the sun, they burn, they fall down. They had to put on sunscreen and all these things. So they lack melanin, and that shows who is the cursed people. The Israelites is not they don't have that curse. That curse go back to curse of Cain, which Esau bears. So that alone showing you that these so-called white people are the biblical Edomites. They are the Edomites, right? But you see the Most High, as the scripture says, He's gonna remove that covering cast that is over all people, and that veil that is over all people. Because that is what happened to the people. They are blinded through the lies and deception by the so-called white man, by these same Edomites. You read that precept, Isaiah 25 and 7. It says, and he will destroy in the mountain, these nations, the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. That veil over their mind that they cannot see it. No matter how we tell them this truth, they cannot see it. Right? And that's the Lord that blinded them. So that is plain is unknown to the holy. Right? But it could be a stumbling block to the wicked. Right? That's just a quick lesson. Nobody knows how to define the Lord's elect. We're going to close this out there. You know the point has been made. These people are not the people. And we know it. Right? And the Lord is going to judge them. Because that land is going to be, it's going to be destroyed as well. With America. Right? The cursed people will be no more. The scripture said that the sword going to come down upon Idumea, which is the capital land, is Bosra, which is America. That sword is going to be there, and that land going to be a desolation, as the scripture says in Joel, right? Joel 3 and 19, Egypt going to be a desolation. Let's read that. Let's read that as we close. Joel 3 and 19 says, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. See, Egypt is tied to Edom as well, because this is the modern day Egyptian, Esau Edom, right? The scripture you see was set Egypt against Egypt. We see in Edomite against Edomite today. That is Putin, he's Edomite, against Donald Trump, who's Edomite, who against Netanyahu, who's Edomite, right? Well, we know Maduro is a jig. He's Asherite. He's a jig. Alright? So it says, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. See that? Edom is the same as Idumea. That land is going to be a desolation, which is Bosra. Who is this that cometh from, with his die coming from Bosra? That is the Lord going straight to that land of America to destroy it. And because these people inhabit our land and pollute our land through the vile sacrifices and, oral circumcision and all these nastiness that they were doing on the land, these gays and all these things, these happy people up in that land, right? The Lord is going to have to purify that land, and it's by fire, right? So that is why we know that Israel is going to be wiped out as well, but it's not going to be a desolate land forever. It's just until that fire and then that indignation overpass. The Lord is going to set back Jerusalem in that land, and they're going to have slaves to build back up the nation of Israel. Right? As the scripture tells us in Tobit, sheet with gold and all these things. So, as I say, who was edifying, I'm going to close it out. Right? Giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to thee.